So how do we forgive? How do we forgive? So in order to really, truly be able to forgive, you must want to be a person of character and integrity who wants to forgive. It has to be important to you. And what I understand and believe is that forgiveness is one of the highest values and highest virtues that we can have in our human experience. And like I said before, it's something that we do for ourselves to grow and learn. And then the other person and other people get the benefit of it. So I want to share with you guys today, I've mentioned this before, and certainly my students know about this story, but the process that really taught me to forgive, that I like to teach others, that allows us to be in camp take responsibility and move out of camp victim when it comes to our hurts, is a lovely little parable, and it is called The Little Soul and the Sun. And when I learned about this book early on in my journey of what I get to teach now, it was the first time, because I had already been learning to live in camp take responsibility. I was already learning to let go of being a victim in my marriage and with my family. So I was already kind of primed and had the foundation laid to be open to the story and really see it as a practical tool of forgiveness. And it was so important to me because I never really understood forgiveness. I knew it was something that was very important and what I wanted to strive for. But no matter how I would try to forgive in my life, the hurt was still alive in me and there was still an emotional charge. So this book and this story became very tangible to me. And as a typical woman who had so many hurts, it was such a relief and such a freedom to know there was actually a path forward and actually a way to truly, truly let go. So I'd like to paraphrase the story a little bit for you. And then I encourage you to order the book. I think it's like $15, $17 on Amazon. And it's lovely. The pictures are lovely. And it's just a very sweet story with a very, very powerful message. So The Little Soul and the Sun, I'm going to paraphrase. And like I said, there's a couple of pages I'll read that I think are important. But The Little Soul and the Sun is about a soul in God's kingdom. And one day he comes to God and he is so excited because he finally knows that he is the light. And God chuckles and is of course you are the light. All I make is light. And the little soul runs off all excited that he knows he is the light. And a little while later, he comes back to God and a little perplexed and says, well, I know I'm the light, but I want to know what it's like to be the light. And God, like, well, what do you mean? You already are the light. He said, yeah, but I really want to know what it feels like. And God says, well, in order to really be the light and really experience yourself as the light, then you will need darkness. And this is a page that I'm gonna read that God is sharing why the little soul needs darkness to really know himself as the light. Since you cannot see yourself as the light when you are in the light, because in God's kingdom all there is light, God says, we will surround you with darkness. And the little soul asks, what is darkness? And God replies, it is that which you are not. And the little soul says, okay. And God explains that in order to experience anything at all, the exact opposite of it will appear. It is a great gift, God said, because without it, you could not know what anything is like. You could not know what anything is like. You could not know warm without cold, up without down, fast without slow. You cannot know left without right, here without there, now without then. And so God concluded, when you are surrounded with darkness, do not shake your fist and raise your voice and curse the darkness. Rather be a light unto the darkness and don't be mad about it. Then you will know who you really are. And all others will know too. Let your light shine so that everyone will know how special you are. And they continue to talk, and God asks the little soul, what kind of special do you want to know yourself as? Because the little soul is preparing to come into a human life. And the little soul thinks of the different ways he can know itself as special, that he can know itself as special as being kind, as being brave and courageous, as being friendly, as having empathy, as having care and consideration for others. And he finally stumbles across what he wants to learn, the kind of special he wants to know himself as in his light. And he gets very excited and he says, I want to know myself as forgiveness. And God says that's a beautiful, special gift to know yourself as. He said there's one problem. In order to know yourself as forgiveness, you will need someone in your life to forgive. And so another little soul pipes up and she says, I'll be the one. I'll be the one that you can forgive. And these two little souls make an agreement and a pact to come into life and learn from each other, and that this other little soul will be the darkness for the other little soul to be able to forgive. And God speaks up as they are having this conversation and making this agreement and says it is very important that you know all I send are angels. And so that they prepare to go into this life. And I want to read the very last page. And so the agreement was made, and the little soul went forth into a new lifetime, excited to be the light, which was very special, and excited to be that part of special called forgiveness. And the little soul waited anxiously to be able to experience itself as forgiveness. And to think whatever other soul made it possible. And at all the moments in that new lifetime, whenever a new soul appeared on the scene, whether that new soul brought joy or sadness, and especially if it brought sadness, the little soul thought of what God had said. Always remember, God had smiled. I have sent you nothing but angels. And that is the process that taught me to forgive. To no longer look at how people had hurt me as a smite against me or something done to me and being a victim to it, but to embrace it as a gift that that person has been exactly who I asked them to be, so that I can become who I am in my light, and I can become who I am meant to be and who God created me to be, that I could never become without the adversities and hurt through life. This is the process of letting go. That we can only let go when we embrace the hurts and adversities that have happened in our lives as a gift, whether you want to see that as a gift from God or a gift from life, wherever your beliefs lie. When we embrace it as a gift, as the adversities that we need in our life to know ourselves and our highest values and virtues that are important to us, whether that be forgiveness, whether it be kindness, whether it be empathy, whether it be courage and bravery, whether it be hope, whether it be fortitude or grace or wisdom, that we must have the exact opposite appear for us to find that strength and truth within ourselves. And in that way, there become no enemies. There become no one out there that is against us to push us down and bring us down. Only angels who we have asked to come and be exactly who they are, so we could find the strength and belief in ourselves to find who we are in our light. And for me, there is no greater strength than being able to take the high road, than being able to respond with kindness and acceptance in the face of hurt or in the face of someone doing something that feels like a betrayal. When I can find that depth of strength in myself and respond in my light and the gifts that I have, that we all have in ourselves, if we are willing to find them, then there never becomes anyone that I need to hold anything against. And forgiveness becomes, and the process of letting go becomes, thank you for giving me this opportunity to grow and learn within myself and become stronger in who I am and become who I am meant to be. In that it becomes incredibly difficult when we can do that genuinely from our hearts, and we can do that genuinely from Camp Take Responsibility. We will know no greater strength than the ability to embrace hurts and embrace adversities to grow and learn. And then it's almost as if forgiveness isn't even necessary, because we see it as an angel. We see it as a teacher that we needed in our lives. Hello again. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. For those women listening who know you are the problem and want a path forward to take responsibility to change your own inner turmoil and unhappiness, I have a course for women called the Happiness Program, which is the solution to the unhealthy relationship you have with yourself and the issues and challenges that you have in your life and your marriage. You can find the link in the description below to schedule a free consultation with me. And for the good men listening who want a solution to take back the power you have unknowingly given away to your wife, I have a course for you too called the Marriage Rescue Program for Good Men Only, that teaches you how to rebuild your strength and confidence as a good man so that you can navigate the relationship you have with your wife in a healthy, constructive way. Again, you can find the link below in the description to schedule a free consultation with me. Thank you so much, and I look forward to talking with you soon.